In this video, we'll spin some photoresist. The first thing we need to do is turn on the fume hood. That means the light and the fan. It's always good to keep the sash down. This is the recipe that we'll use. We start by setting the small hot plate to 120 degrees C to dehydrate the wafer. Coating round wafers is easiest, but you can do the same process on glass slides. Once the hot plate's at 120 degrees, we'll set a 5-minute timer. During this 5 minutes, we'll set the other hot plate to 90 degrees, and we can set up the spinner. The Program Select button allows you to choose from a number of different pre-programmed recipes. Each program can be configured. Refer to the equipment instructions or manual for more details on how to program recipes. Recipe Q looks like it's suitable for us. There are two flashing things on the screen, vacuum and CDA. They indicate that the system doesn't yet have enough vacuum to hold the wafer in place, and CDA indicates that the nitrogen purge around the seal is not yet operational. Both of these need to be on before a wafer can be spun. The vacuum is supplied by an external vacuum pump switched on the wall to your left, and the CDA is supplied by the nitrogen cylinder switched on a valve located below and to the right of the spinner. After dehydration, we move the wafer from the hot plate to the spinner. It takes a bit of practice to get the wafer centered, but it's an important step. Once centered, we can turn the vacuum on. With the wafer held in place by the vacuum, we can apply the HMDS. A few drops is all that's needed. Make sure you're aware of the safety considerations when using HMDS and photoresist. The 30-second spin should be started promptly after applying the HMDS. Turn the vacuum off and remove the wafer with tweezers, placing it on the hot plate. The hot plate drives off excess HMDS. We want to have a single atomic layer of HMDS. The wafer now goes back on the spinner for the photoresist coating. Comparatively more photoresist is needed than HMDS. You probably need to cover almost half the diameter of the wafer. If you're spinning a rectangular substrate, you need to cover even more. After spinning, transfer the wafer back to the hot plate. The duration of this soft bake is critical. After spinning photoresist, you need to clean the bowl. The best way to do this is to put a dummy substrate on the spinner, run the machine, and squirt large amounts of acetone into the top. This will splash acetone all over the inside bowl, and it flows into a collection chamber at the rear of the machine. This chamber periodically needs to be emptied. Spraying acetone in the bowl needs to be repeated at least 2 times. After the soft bake, remove the wafer from the hot plate and put it somewhere safe. When not using the spinner, we need to turn the gas off. The machine uses a lot of gas and can deplete the cylinder quickly.